Hello, my wonderful English learners. Welcome back to English for You, the podcast for beginners who want to learn English and have fun. I'm your host, Alex. I am so happy you are here with me today. Today, we are going to talk about something very, very important. We are going to talk about fluency. What is fluency? For many students, fluency feels like a big mountain, a very tall mountain. It looks difficult to climb. Maybe you think, "Oh, Alex, I will never be fluent. It is too hard." I understand that feeling. Many learners feel this way, but I have good news for you. Fluency is not a big, scary mountain. It is a path. A nice path in a beautiful forest. You walk on this path every day, step by step. Sometimes you walk slowly. Sometimes you stop to look at a flower, but you are always moving forward. The problem is, many learners have wrong ideas about this path. They have false ideas about fluency. A false idea is something you believe, but it is not true. These false ideas are like big rocks on your path. They stop you. They make you feel confused and sad. So today, we will look at these big rocks. We will look at 4 very common false ideas about fluency, and then we will move them out of the way. I will show you the truth, and I will give you simple, easy tips that really work. Are you ready? I will speak slowly. I will use simple words. You can do this. Let's begin. False idea 1. I must speak fast to be fluent. Okay, let's talk about our first false idea. This one is very, very common. Many students believe, to be fluent, I must speak very fast. Have you ever thought this? Maybe you watch movies and you hear native speakers talk very, very quickly. You think, wow, they are so fast. That is fluency. I need to be fast like them. So you try to speak fast. What happens? Your words get mixed up. You forget your grammar. You say, uh, a lot. You feel stressed. Your face gets hot. And the person listening to you, they look confused. They don't understand you. This is a very big problem. Trying to speak fast makes you sound less fluent, not more fluent. Think about driving a car. If you drive very, very fast in a city, what happens? You might crash. You are dangerous. It is not good driving. Good driving is safe driving. You drive at the right speed. You stop when you need to. You are clear about where you are going. Speaking English is the same. Fluency is not about speed. It is about being clear. So here is the truth. The truth. Fluency is about being clear and comfortable, not fast. Let me say that again. Fluency is about being clear and comfortable. It means the other person can understand you easily, and you feel relaxed when you speak. Native speakers are not always fast. When they want to explain something important, they speak slowly. They pause. They want to be clear. So what can you do? How can you practice being clear and comfortable? I have 3 simple tips for you. Tip number 1, speak like a turtle. Yes, a turtle. A turtle is slow and steady. When you practice speaking, imagine you are a turtle. Speak slowly. Say every word carefully. For example, Don't say, I want to go to the park. Say it slowly. I want to go to the park. This helps your mouth practice the new sounds. It helps your brain build strong connections. Slow practice today means clear, natural speaking tomorrow. Tip number 2, use the power of the pause. A pause is a short time of silence. You stop for 1 or 2 seconds. Pauses are your friends. They are not a sign of weakness. They are a sign of thinking. When you speak, it is okay to pause. A pause gives you time to think of the next word. It gives the listener time to understand your idea. Let's practice. I will say a sentence with the pause. Yesterday, I went to the market and I bought some apples. See? The pauses make it easy to understand. So, don't be afraid of silence. Use pauses. They are a superpower for clear speaking. Tip number 3, one idea, one sentence. Beginners often try to say too much in one sentence. They make very long, complicated sentences. This is very difficult. My advice is simple. One idea, one sentence. For example, instead of saying, yesterday I was very busy because I had to go to work, and then after work, I needed to go to the supermarket to buy food for dinner with my family, and it was very tiring. Phew, that's too long. Try this. Yesterday, I was very busy. First, I went to work. After work, I went to the supermarket. I bought food for my family's dinner. I was very tired. See? Short sentences. One idea in each sentence. It is so much easier to say and so much easier for others to understand. This is real fluency. So remember, be a turtle, use pauses, and use short sentences. Your fluency will grow, I promise. False idea 2. Watching movies with subtitles is enough. Okay. Are you ready for the second false idea? This one is about something many of us love to do. The false idea is, if I watch many movies and TV shows with subtitles, I will become fluent automatically. So many students do this. They spend hours and hours watching Netflix or YouTube. They turn on the subtitles in their own language, or maybe even in English. They feel good. They think, I am studying. I am learning English. Watching movies is fun, and it is useful. You can learn about culture. You can hear how people really talk, but is it enough to make you fluent? The answer is no. Why? Because just watching is passive learning. Passive means you are not doing anything. You are just sitting. Your eyes are looking. Your ears are listening. But your brain is not working hard. And most importantly, your mouth is not working at all. Let's use an analogy. An analogy is a simple story to explain a big idea. Imagine you want to become a great cook. So you watch cooking shows on TV every day. You watch famous chefs make pasta, bake cakes, and cook delicious food. You watch for hours and hours. After 1 year of only watching, can you cook a delicious meal? Of course not. To learn to cook, you must go into the kitchen. You must touch the vegetables. You must cut the onions. You must mix the ingredients. You must make mistakes. Maybe you burn the chicken sometimes. That is okay. You learn by doing. Learning English is exactly the same. Watching is not enough. You must do something. You need active learning. So what is the truth? The truth. Movies and TV shows are great tools, but you must use them actively. They are a tool, like a hammer or a screwdriver. You need to pick them up and use them. So how can you watch movies and TV shows in an active way? I will give you a simple 3-step method. I call it the listen, repeat, write method. Step 1, listen. First, choose a very short part of a movie or show. Not the whole movie, just 1 minute, or even just 30 seconds. A short conversation between two people is perfect. Now listen to it 3 times. The first time, just listen. The second time, listen with English subtitles. The third time, listen with no subtitles again. Your goal is just to understand the main idea. Step 2, repeat. This is the most important step. This is where the magic happens. Listen to one sentence. Then pause the video. Now you say the sentence. Try to copy the speaker. Copy their pronunciation. Copy their melody, their music. Do they sound happy? Sad? Angry? Try to sound exactly like them. This is called shadowing. Do this again and again for just one sentence. Maybe you repeat it 5 times, maybe 10 times. It should feel a little difficult. That is good. It means your mouth and brain are learning. You are building muscle for speaking English. Step 3, write. Now, look at that 1 minute of the show again. Find 1 or 2 phrases or short sentences that you think are useful. Maybe someone says, "How's it going?" Or "Let me check." Or "I'm on my way." These are golden phrases. Write them in a notebook. This is your personal phrase book. Don't just write the phrase. Say it out loud 5 times. Tomorrow, read your notebook and say the phrases again. If you do this, listen, repeat. Write method for just 10 to 15 minutes every day. It is more powerful than watching movies passively for 2 hours. You are not just a watcher anymore. You are an active learner. You are a doer. False idea 3. I need to learn big, difficult words. All right, let's move to our third false idea. This idea stops many students from speaking. It makes them feel shy. The false idea is to sound fluent and smart. I need to learn many big, difficult, and advanced words. Some learners spend all their time with a dictionary. They try to memorize long lists of words like extraordinary, or consequently, or phenomenal. They think if they use these big words, people will be very impressed. They will sound intelligent. But this is a trap. It is not a good strategy for beginners. There are 2 big problems with this. Problem number 1. It is very difficult to remember these words, and it is even more difficult to use them correctly in a sentence. Often, students use a big word in the wrong way, and it makes their sentence confusing. Problem number 2. Native speakers don't use these big words very often in normal daily conversation. When you talk to your friends, your family, or your colleagues, you use simple, common words. Think about the clothes you wear. Every day, you probably wear simple, comfortable clothes like a t-shirt, jeans, and sneakers. You wear these clothes 95% of the time. You only wear a very fancy, expensive suit or dress for a special occasion, like a wedding, maybe only 5% of the time. Simple, common English words are like your t-shirt and jeans. You need them every single day. They are comfortable. They are useful. Big, difficult words are like that fancy suit. They are nice, but you don't need them very often. If you are a beginner, you need to build your wardrobe of daily clothes first. So, what is the real truth here? The truth: fluency is built on a small number of simple, common words and phrases. Did you know that in English, the 100 most common words make up about 50% of everything we say and write? Yes, just 100 words. And with just 1,000 common words, you can understand about 80% of daily English. Your goal as a beginner is not to learn 10,000 difficult words. Your goal is to become an expert at using the 1,000 most common words. You need to know them, understand them, and use them quickly and easily in your own sentences. So how can you do this? Here are my tips for you. Tip number 1, focus on high-frequency words. High frequency means very common. You can find lists of the 100, 500, or 1,000 most common English words online. Just search on Google for most common English words. Don't just read the list. Learn these words deeply. For each word, learn how to say it. Learn what it means. And most importantly, write 3 of your own example sentences using that word. Make sentences about your life. This helps you remember. Tip number 2, learn chunks, not single words. What is a chunk? A chunk is a group of words that often go together. It's a phrase. Don't just learn the word get. Learn the chunks. Get up, get dressed, get lost, get a job, get it. When you learn chunks, your speaking becomes much more natural and fast. Your brain doesn't need to build a sentence from single words. It already has the small pieces ready to go. So, when you learn a new word, always ask, what other words go with this? Look for common phrases and learn them together. Tip number 3, create your core vocabulary notebook. Get a notebook. This is your special vocabulary notebook. Every day, your goal is to add just 2 or 3 new useful words or chunks to it. Not big, fancy words. Useful words. Words you hear in a podcast. Words you read in a simple story. Words you think you can use in your own life. Write the word or chunk. Write the meaning in simple English or in your own language. And write your own example sentence. Review this notebook every week. This is your personal dictionary of useful English. Remember, fluency is not about having a big vocabulary. It's about being very good at using a small, useful vocabulary. False idea 4. I should never be silent when I speak. We have arrived at our 4th and final false idea for today. This one is about fear, the fear of silence. The false idea is, when I am speaking, if I pause or I am silent, it means I am not fluent. It is a failure. Many students feel huge pressure to talk continuously without any breaks. When they can't find a word, they panic. Their brain freezes. They think the listener is judging them, thinking, "Oh, this person's English is so bad." This fear of silence is a big wall. It stops you from even trying to speak. But let me tell you a secret, a very important secret. Native speakers are not silent. False. Native speakers pause all the time. Listen to any real conversation. Listen to interviews. Listen to me on this podcast. You will hear people pause. You will hear them say things like, well, let me think. That's a good question. How can I say this? Is this failure? No. This is completely normal. This is a natural part of human communication. We are not robots. We are humans. Our brains need time to find ideas and find words. So let's break down this false idea. What is the truth? The truth. Silence and pauses are a natural and necessary part of real fluency. Pauses are not your enemy. They are your friend. A pause is a tool, a very useful tool. A pause does 3 amazing things for you. First, it gives your brain time to breathe and think. You can find a better word. You can remember your grammar. Second, it makes you sound more thoughtful and confident. It shows you are thinking carefully about your answer, not just speaking without thinking. Third, it helps the listener. It gives them time to process your words and understand your message better. So you must change your thinking. A pause is not failure. A pause is a skill. So how can you become more comfortable with pausing? Tip number 1, practice planned pausing. When you are practicing speaking by yourself, I want you to practice adding pauses. Read a short paragraph from a book. After every sentence, take a deep breath. Pause for 2 seconds. Then read the next sentence. Get comfortable with the feeling of silence. Teach your brain that silence is safe and normal. Tip number 2, learn some filler phrases. Filler phrases are like bridges. They help you cross the river of silence. They are small phrases you can use to give yourself more time to think, and they show the listener that you are still in the conversation. You can learn some very simple and useful ones. For example, well, let me see. That's an interesting question. You know, when someone asks you a question, you don't have to answer immediately. You can start with, let me see, and then pause and think. This sounds very natural and gives you a few extra seconds. Make a list of these filler phrases and practice using them. Tip number 3, be kind to yourself. This is the most important tip. Learning a language is a journey. You will forget words. You will make mistakes. You will need to pause and think. This is okay. Everyone does. When you pause, don't say "I'm sorry" in your head. Don't feel bad. Just take a breath. Be calm. And then continue when you are ready. Being kind to yourself is maybe the most important skill in language learning. So, embrace the pause. It is a part of fluency, not the opposite of it. So there you have it. 4 big rocks that we have moved from our path. Let's review them quickly. The truth is, fluency is about being clear, not fast. You must use movies and shows actively, not passively. Fluency is built with simple, common words, not big, difficult ones. Pauses and silence are a normal part of fluency, not a failure. I hope that after today, the big, scary mountain of fluency looks a little smaller. I hope it looks more like a beautiful, friendly path. Fluency is not a destination. It is not a place you arrive at one day and say, "Okay, I am finished." Fluency is a journey. It is the way you walk. It is the small steps you take every day. What really works for fluency? A little practice every day. 15 minutes is better than 0 minutes. Being brave in speaking, even when you are scared. Making mistakes and learning from them. Mistakes are your teachers. Being kind and patient with yourself. You are learning a new way to see the world. You are building a new part of your brain. It is an amazing thing. So please, enjoy the journey. Enjoy every small step. That is all for today's episode of English for You. Thank you so much for listening. You are doing a fantastic job. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. I'm Alex, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye for now.